Federal Engineers is a leading provider of lifting solutions, especially in steel plants, with a track record in pioneering and shaping these solutions in various industries. Over 40 years of invaluable experience and the use of state-of-the-art machinery and cutting-edge technology has emerged as the leader in the industry, with a specialization in cranes for steel plants. A company with a global vision, its implementation of the highest quality standards, timely delivery, and the lowest cost of ownership has made Federal Engineers one of the largest manufacturers and the largest exporter of EOT and industrial cranes in India. Federal Engineers was founded in 1973 by Mr. D.K. Buhariwala and his partners. A very small company at startup, it has now grown into one of the largest manufacturers and the largest exporter of cranes in India. We now have 40,000 square meters of production with state-of-the-art CNC manufacturing in several factories and have the capability to manufacture up to 300-ton ladle handling cranes. At Federal Engineers, we constantly strive higher, using the latest technologies as well as stringent quality control policies. Federal Engineers specializes in cranes for steel plants and is the largest exporter of cranes in India. About 95% of the cranes manufactured every year are exported and are working in steel plants in more than 40 countries. Federal Engineers started exporting cranes for steel plants in 1996. Through the years, we have increased our export turnover to 95% of our total turnover. Due to our quality and unique design, we have been highly recommended by our clients. Without any foreign sales office, we have been getting orders from countries as far as the Ivory Coast. Approximately 60% of the steel plant duty cranes exported from India are made by Federal Engineers. Mostly all cranes exported by us are working in steel plants worldwide. Export awards and ratings. Federal Engineers has been a consistent winner of several Export Excellence Awards. In recognition of Federal Engineers' standard of excellence, the company has been conferred the All India Award for Export Excellence by the Engineering Export Promotion Council of India. Since the year 2000, Federal Engineers has been continuously winning the EEPC Award and trophies for the highest exporter of cranes. The company has been assigned an SE1A rating by CRISIL Ratings, which indicates high performance capability and high financial strength. Federal Engineers specializes in manufacturing cranes for steel plants. From steel melt shop cranes to scrap handling cranes, Federal Engineers manufactures the complete range of cranes for the steel industry. We manufacture the following: scrap handling cranes, charging cranes, slab handling, rotating trolley optional cranes, ladle handling cranes, billet handling cranes, coil handling cranes, plate handling cranes, scrap handling cranes. These extra heavy-duty cranes are very critical, as they are responsible for handling the raw material fed into the furnace. These heavy-duty EOT cranes have been specifically designed for high speed, continuous operations, harsh conditions, abnormal fitting forces created by lifting magnets, various types of lifting grabs, and many other extreme conditions in a steel plant. Gantry or semi-gantry cranes with cabins are specially designed for outdoor scrap storing yards. These outdoor cranes are designed to withstand all the harsh conditions mentioned above, as well as harsh weather conditions. Scrap from outdoor yards can be transported by gantry cranes, semi-gantry cranes, or transfer trolleys. Special drives, crane controls, and automation features can be used to provide exact, accurate positioning of the crane to help the crane operator drastically increase production. Scrap charging crane. These extra heavy-duty cranes, or EOT cranes, are used to feed scrap into the furnace. These cranes work in very extreme heat and dusty conditions and have to be specially designed to withstand these extreme conditions. Special types of heat shields, panel E-rooms, cabins with industrial air conditioners and other features are provided to withstand the very high temperatures. Special drives, crane controls and automation features are used to provide exact, accurate positioning of the crane to help the driver transport and charge the scrap into the furnace. Slab handling rotating trolley cranes. These extra heavy-duty cranes are used to transport the hot slabs and feed them into the rolling mills. As they are handling hot slabs, the cranes have to be designed to withstand the high rise in temperature when picking up the slabs. These cranes are designed to work at very high speeds without compromising on safety. Anti-sway devices can be provided for better control and positioning. These cranes are very critical in feeding a rolling mill. Special drives, crane controls and automation features are used to provide exact, accurate positioning of the crane. Specially designed rotating trolley cranes for rotating and better positioning of slabs drastically reduce production time and drastically reduce storage space. Ladle handling cranes. These extra heavy-duty cranes are used to transport and move ladles, carrying molten metal. These cranes work next to the furnace and work in the most extreme conditions seen in a steel plant. The level of heat and dust are the highest in this area. Therefore, these cranes have to be specially designed to withstand these extreme conditions. Special drives, crane controls and automation features are used to provide the exact, accurate positioning of the crane to help the driver transport and charge the molten metal. Temperatures in this area can often reach above 75 degrees. Special types of heat shields, panel E-rooms, cabins with air conditioners, emergency brakes and other features are provided to withstand the very high temperatures. Anti-sway devices can be provided for better control and positioning. Federal Engineers continuously strives to provide high-speed, continuous operation cranes with the minimum downtime required for maintenance. 40 years of experience of designing and manufacturing customized cranes for steel plants. Billet handling cranes. These extra heavy-duty cranes are used to store and transport the hot billets and feed them into the rolling mills. As they are handling hot billets, the cranes have to be designed to withstand the high rise in temperature when picking up the slabs. These cranes are designed to work at very high speeds without compromising on safety. Anti-sway devices can be provided for better control and positioning. These cranes are very critical in feeding a rolling mill. Special drives, crane controls and automation features are used to provide exact, accurate positioning of the crane. We have a specially designed rotating trolley crane for rotating and better positioning of billets. This helps in drastically reducing production time and storage space. Coil handling cranes. These extra heavy-duty cranes are used to transport, store, and load coils in various locations in a steel plant. Depending on the various types of finishing processes to be done to the steel plates, the coils are transported by these cranes from one process line to another. Once all the processes are complete, then these coils can be either stored in the factory or in open yards. These cranes are designed to work at very high speeds without compromising on safety. Specially designed rotating trolley crane for rotating and better positioning of coils drastically reduces production time and drastically reduces storage space. Special coil positioning and tracking system can also be provided. Special features. Federal Engineers has 40 years of exhaustive experience in designing open winch type, non-standard heavy-duty cranes for steel plants, taking into consideration high safety, high performance, and very low maintenance time. We are constantly innovating and developing new technologies in order to provide high-speed, continuous operation cranes with the minimum downtime required for maintenance. We can provide the following special features: VVF, Thyristol, vector drives, special VD-type motors used with VVF drives, anti-collision systems of various types: laser, infrared, mechanical, radio frequency, special copperhead DSL systems, PLC connectivity, E-rooms for panels, air-conditioned cabins. Optional features. Federal engineers can provide a total lifting solution by supplying the following optional features: grab buckets, lifting beams with custom-made hooks, imported service emergency, Eldro and disc-type brakes, imported hooks for higher capacity cranes, magnets, imported Malmedy couplings whenever required, industrial panel and E-room air conditioners up to 90 degrees. Manufacturing capabilities. Federal Engineers has 40,000 square meters of manufacturing area, from final assembly centers to heavy fabrication centers to heavy CNC machine shops. We have a full-fledged manufacturing setup in Navi Mumbai. The heavy fabrication units specialize in making girders, end carriages and other heavy fabrications used in our cranes. The sub-assembled unit specializes in gearbox assemblies, wheel assemblies, drum assemblies, snatch box assemblies, lifting beam assemblies, and other sub-assemblies required in a crane. Federal Engineers is one of the only Indian crane manufacturers who has a very big CNC center, where all our machining including gear cutting is done. All the sub-assemblies, fabrication and electrical parts are taken into the final assembly unit. The crane is assembled and fully checked before dismantling and final finishing and packing. Federal advantage. Federal Engineers has a dedicated design team which designs open winch type of cranes using IS, FEM, ISO DIN standards. These types of cranes are well suited for working in the extreme conditions of heat, dust and fumes of a steel plant. These types of cranes are also very low in maintenance, have a long life and can be easily maintained. All cranes made in Federal Engineers are fully wired up and checked in our final assembly units before dispatch. This helps us drastically control our quality. Federal Engineers has its own dedicated design team, which has 40 years of designing experience. We have in-house designs for gearboxes of helical type. We manufacture our gearboxes in-house. Federal Design. Federal Engineers has made special designs which allow the full crane to be transported in containers. This helps reduce the transport cost and also helps in protecting the crane. No casting is used in our cranes, and all profiles are cut from plates. Even the pulleys and the gearbox casing is made from plates. All drums are made from seamless pipes. We import hooks, barrel couplings and brakes from Europe. Volume hardening is done. We use the latest technology and software, 3D modeling, CNC machines and the latest methods of manufacturing. Many new methods like industrial 3D printing are being evaluated to further improve our quality. Federal Engineers is the first Indian company to have a state-of-the-art CNC center. This center has various CNC machines from HMC, VTL, VMC, hobbing, lathes, high-definition plasma cutting, and other SPM machines. Even our gears are made on CNC machines. Federal Engineers has been investing heavily into design technology since 1996. We were the first in the industry to make drawings on computers. We use various 2D, 3D, analyzing and custom-built software to design our cranes. We have also made custom-built software for various divisions. We are Federal Engineers, one of the largest manufacturers and the largest exporter of EOT and industrial cranes in India.